I remember the double click this time. So, welcome to West New York Brews. My name is Scott. I'm in Myrtle Beach and I'm talking a little bit quieter again because my kids are asleep in the other room. But I'm in a condo. I am not in a bathroom, as Brian suggested. This is not a shower curtain.
It does
Behind
look
me
like a
if you're
shower
live.
curtain.
This is the exit to the balcony from which we can see the Atlantic Ocean. It's 78 and sunny, and I'm rubbing it in all your faces. So, welcome to West New York Brews. It's Buffalo's Beer and Brewing Podcast, and this week I can't say I'm Scott. I'm a home brewer just outside of Buffalo, New York. I'm a home brewer just inside Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This is a side topic, but because I'm here, I switched over my Facebook Marketplace to see what items are here. And there are people selling brewing equipment for like nothing.
There you go.
Here. A 3-tier brewing system for $250. I mean, it's DIY, but it's $250. A guy's selling 2 kegels, which are, 15-gallon kegs converted to brew kettles for $60 for both of them.
Nice.
I know, right? We are in a Kia Sportage, so we are not bringing any of this home. But if you live in South Carolina and listen to West New York Brews for some reason, hop on Marketplace because, damn, it is cheap. So let's start the theme song, and then we can come back in and go through all the stuff that we normally have to go through. Here we go. All right. So before we start, I want to let you know we're a member of the Hopped Up Network. It is a podcast network of regional independent beer podcasts. You can find out more at hoppedupnetwork.com. If you want to support the podcast, one of the best ways to do that is to review the podcast. You can do that on Apple or Spotify or whatever podcast catcher you use. I found out you cannot review on Google Podcasts, but Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, you can either go through your app or you can go to lovethepodcast.com/WNY Brews, and that will give you the link to write a rating. And if you rate and review the podcast and you share a screenshot on Twitter at WN Brews, we will send you or give you, depending on when we see you next, a free t-shirt, which we are trying to get rid of. And here, I'm wearing my Buffalo Beer Geek shirt. This has the same back as the other one. Can you see it?
Yes.
So that's all the breweries that are on this one are the same breweries that are on that other one. So we have larges and extra larges left. So if that's something that interests you, please leave a review on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. We don't have one to read this week that I saw. I'll keep looking. But first, what are you drinking? Why don't you go first, please?
I am drinking another Caucasian Gary from our friend Scott from
Nice.
Resurgence Brewing. I think, when did you have it, last week or the week before?
Yeah, last week.
It is a lovely White Russian inspired blonde stout, and which is still drinking phenomenally.
Excellent. I am drinking a Palmetto, I'm going to say Hugger Street, maybe Huger Street. Huger?
Huger? I don't know.
Huger Street IPA. It is brewed and canned by Made by the Waters LLC, New Orleans, LA. So Palmetto Brewery very well might be just contracting out. But Palmetto Brewery since 1993, the South Carolina beer. I don't know. I went to a store and it's really hard. I think you find this in Buffalo too. It's really hard to know where to find the good beer where you are and not just easy to find beer.
Exactly.
Where you are. I mean, in Buffalo, you can get Hayburner, which happens to also be a very beer. You can get that everywhere. But that's more like a happy coincidence than anything. So all bets, South Carolinians here in Myrtle Beach would say, oh, don't drink a Palmetto. Nothing against them, but you know what I mean. Oh, you got to go try this other thing. In fact, we tried a couple of different things. I had a Dirty Myrtle double IPA that was 8.9%.
That beer's good.
Absolutely wonderful yesterday. And I didn't know it was 8.9% until after I drank about that much of it, and I looked it up. It doesn't taste like an 8.9%. It was phenomenal.
When we we went to Myrtle Beach with my wife's friends last year, and the resort we were staying at had the Dirty Myrtle on tap. So one afternoon, it's like noon or something. We were laying by the lazy river, and I got my wife a daiquiri, and I'm like, "Oh, they have a double IPA? Sure." I grabbed
Right?
thinking it would be on the lighter spectrum of the double IPA since I'm on the beach. No, quick 9%er at noon.
Yep. It was worth it though. It was good.
Yeah, that's a decent beer. But I know what you mean about specifically looking for beer in Myrtle Beach. Like when we were down there, I was buying wherever we went. I bought whatever I hadn't had that was local, and I don't know if it's good or not.
Yeah, exactly.
And plus, and like you said, I don't know good places to buy beer. I don't know where bottle shops are or beer stores down there. I have no clue.
I haven't found a bottle shop yet. We're going down the strip. What 17? We're going down 17, which is where everything is.
Yeah.
And there's mini golf course, Eagles, which is beachwear for $5.99. I don't know how they do that, but there's like 20,000 Eagles. There's 19 mini golf places in a 5-mile stretch. I was asking Sam today, like, what do you think there are more of, breweries in Western New York or mini golf just on this strip on 17 in Myrtle Beach? And she still thinks breweries in Western New York, but it might be close. So yeah, it's brewery, vape shop. Sorry, it is mini golf, vape shop, tourist clothing.
Yeah.
And no bottle shops. I couldn't find any bottle shops. Like, wouldn't you think there'd be like one that says, "Hey, craft beer here"?
Yeah, I mean, you would think so. Plus, I mean, if you're down on the beach, you're going to get a different subsect of craft beer. You're going to get a certain kind of craft beer, right? And I ended up finding the majority of the stuff that I bought locally, I bought at gas stations.
Yeah. Yep. That's the place to go.
Yeah.
We have a karaoke night literally every night here at the resort, which, I love.
That's right up your alley.
Karaoke nights. And
that's awesome.
You can tell I'm the only one drinking the IPAs in that fridge because each one of them, you pull it out like October 2022. All right. This has been sitting for a little bit. Or Goose Island. All right. I'm not going to drink a Goose Island. We'll do something else. I'm sorry. Let's get into the beer buzz.
Sounds good to me.
I hate it when I listen to a podcast and they do 10 minutes of catching up beforehand, but here we are.
We're falling right into that rabbit hole already.
7 minutes and 42 seconds. All right. Do you want to start with one in particular?
No, dealer's choice.
All right. Let's talk about something that is not necessarily time sensitive. The Hamburg Brewing favorites return, and the new can art. Can art looks phenomenal.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they rebranded their logo and they rebranded all of their marketing, all their packaging in honor of their 10th anniversary this year.
Yeah, it's awesome. That was one of the first episodes of West New York Brews. Was their 3rd anniversary? Yeah, I think it was their 3rd anniversary.
Nice.
Talking to Johnny, and we talked about that logo, and he said that he designed that logo himself, and it looks great. The Blackberry Goza, which, I mean, Small Town has always been one of my favorite Hamburgs, but I remember, going bowling 5 years ago, and you'd get Blackberry Goza or Small Town, and that's all they had on tap from Hamburg. So it's nice to see them back.
When they first opened, Small Town was my favorite beer that they brewed. Small Town and White Corner were my two favorite beers that they brewed.
It continues to be a great beer. What was the second one? Sorry.
White Corner Wheat.
Oh, yeah.
They've brought that back a couple of times throughout the years, but it was one of their launch beers.
That was the original name of Hamburg, not the brewery, the town.
Really?
White's Corners. Yeah.
Wow, I did not know. Wow. You learn something new every day.
That's right. Incorporated in 1812.
I honestly did not know that.
Well, you don't live in Hamburg.
That's true.
I did, and went to high school in Hamburg and had to write reports. So yeah, their 10th anniversary and Blackberry Goza and Small Town are back.
Yeah, and you'll be able to find these on draft at the brewery and in 12-ounce 6-pack cans wherever great craft beer is sold.
All right.
These should be available now. I've seen some of the new marketing out in the wild, so some of the new label art out in the wild. So you should be able to find these now, like at Tops or Wegmans or Consumers or what have you.
Excellent. I like it when people change labels too, because you can tell how new something is.
Exactly. That is a very good point. That's a nice trick of the trade.
Yeah, right. I think I told you this, that I got an overpacked at Rite Aid last year, right? And it still had it didn't have New Haze. It had something, whatever it was before New Haze, before they threw that in there.
Oh, what was it?
And
What, new juice?
maybe that was it. It was, or maybe it was the Session IPA that they don't throw in there anymore. Either way, it had the old can in there, and I almost bought it, but caught myself like, oh my gosh, nope, this has the old can. Like, here, you should take this and all of these other ones off the shelf. I doubt they did.
Yeah, somebody will buy it. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, right. I didn't. I got one from the back that had the newer lineup in it.
Speaking of that overpacked, sorry. I'm waiting for the new edition because they're supposed to have 2 new IPAs in it.
Oh, nice. Southern Tier. Let's jump right to Southern Tier as we're talking about it.
I like where your head's at.
Right? So Mango Raised Wheat. I've never had this. Have they released it?
Yeah, this is new.
Sweet.
I had mentioned, I think last week I had mentioned that I went to their industry night a couple weeks ago, and they had this on tap. And they gave us a preview of it. It's super easy drinking. It's just it's all mango. It's basically, I mean, it is what it says it is. It's a wheat ale with mango flavors. So it's super light, super easy drinking.
How heavy is the mango hand on it?
It's not all that overpowering. I mean, you still know you're drinking a wheat ale. So I mean, it's basically it's a nice prototypical summer beer.
Well, good.
Released in March or April.
Oh, hey. Sorry, this is back 30 seconds ago. The overpacked no longer has the 8 days a week in it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got the Juice Jolt and the
Hoptomic Rush.
There you go.
Hoptomic Rush. Tropical IPA. All right.
That's what that was the one I've been wanting to try.
Yeah. I'll keep my eye out. I saw Victory down here. I haven't seen Southern Tier yet.
So one more note on Mango Rays. 12-pack, 16-ounce cans. You can get them. Find them in the wild at your favorite craft beer retailer right now, and they're on tap it's on tap at the brewery.
Wherever craft beer is sold.
Wherever great craft beer is sold, yes.
That's right.
I didn't want to say it again because I just said it. I was trying to think of a different way to say it on the fly.
We got to come up with something else to say there. I don't know.
You know, like I've said on this podcast, I literally think of that whenever I write this article, and every week I write this article, and I just end up writing exactly the same thing, just for the sake of continuity, I guess.
Yeah. You can get them here, there, and everywhere.
That's good. Yeah, maybe I'll use that.
I'm reading about Resurgence right now, and Encore Golf, the local golf ball company, is like everywhere right at this moment. It may be just it's because it's golf season. Golf season is heating up. So Resurgence has teamed up with Encore and PGA Hope West New York on Smash Factor. Okay, Returns. I was gonna say I've seen this beer before.
Yeah, they released this one last year for the first time.
Excellent. And April 8th, that is Saturday.
Yes.
And the release party will feature an indoor putting green and sink your putts to win a pint and Smash Factor ball. It's pretty cool. Get the Encore Smash Factor ball. $1 from all Smash Factor pints will go towards PGA Hope all weekend. And then available on draft in 4-pack cans. Have you had this one yet?
Yeah, this is a beer I highly recommend. This was one of my favorite beers of last year. Resurgence does IPAs very well, as I'm sure if you've had a Resurgence IPA, you know that. This one is it's super flavorful, very, very big tropical fruit, even though it's really light bodied at only 5.5%. It's a good IPA to have in your fridge, like when you want to drink an IPA, but you don't really want to drink an IPA. And I think craft beer drinkers understand what I mean when I say that.
Absolutely. And it's It's a good golf beer at 5.5%.
Yes, and I think that's how it was brewed for that. I haven't taken it out of the course though. I might have to try that this year.
All right. This year, did you guys had a team last year, right? For the
Oh, we did.
Brewers?
We did not play. We played well for maybe the first 3 holes, and then
All
was
right.
all downhill.
Well, put me on deck. I want to be on
Okay.
deck if somebody can't make it.
If the Brewers Guild does the charity tournament again, then you're in. I'll put you on the list.
Maybe I'll put together my own team, play against you guys.
You could do that. I mean, they
I
pair
won't do
us.
that.
They pair you up in they pair you up two side by side four person teams. So
Yes.
that would be fun to be paired together if you got your own team.
I can't do that. Just put me on your team. Kick somebody off. Don't kick somebody off. But if somebody can't make it,
we golfed with the guys from West Shore and
it sounds like fun.
G McCarthy's last year, and it was a lot of fun. Let's put it that way.
Get yourself a ride home.
Oh yeah, I did have a ride home, thankfully.
Hey, tickets are still available for Kegs, Barrels, and Crafts, and that's coming up. We've talked about it a couple of times now.
Yeah, this is Saturday. It's actually happening.
This Saturday, craft beer, wine, and whiskey event features more than 40 vendors from Western New York. I will not be there, but I would have because it sounds amazing.
Yeah, we missed Scott and his wife went last year, and they said it was excellent. They said it was unlike any beer festival they've ever been to. So because it's not a typical beer festival. I mean, there's cideries, spirit distilleries, and wineries there too. So, but he loved it. The space was great, he said, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. My wife and I think are going this year.
Right, we talked about the space last week. It looks really nice.
So I've heard. I've not been there yet. I'm very much looking forward to it.
And all attendees are eligible to win an overnight stay at a Loft Buffalo downtown with a $50 gift card to WXYZ Bar and Lounge. Never heard of that one.
Yeah, neither have I.
WXYZ.
Maybe I'm not trendy enough to know what bar that is.
I know, right? That's what happens when you hit 40. Just like, what? New bar? Nah, it's all right. I got my bars.
Yeah, I hear that.
And a $50 gift card to Spare Lanes. And tickets, you can find them at buffalobeerleague.com.
Yeah, so they announced the breweries that'll be there. So there's going to be 42 North, Briar Brothers, Community Beer Works, Clarksburg Cider, Ellicottville, Southern Tier Brewing, and there's more. And when you click the ticket link, it'll give you all the people that'll be there pouring.
And more. Nice. And you can go, if you go to buffalobeerleague.com and you sign up for the email list on Friday morning, you'll get that link sent directly to you in your email.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't even have to do anything other than that. It comes right to you.
Yep, I send you, it's literally me typing things out. I send you the quick overview of what you can find in the Beer Buzz. And then if you want to read more, you go to buffalobeerleague.com. And I send a link to all the things that Brian has put up on the website over the week. Just for signing up for the email. I think there's only one more thing.
Yeah, one more story. Which we kept it short and concise this week.
Are you Polish?
No, I'm not.
It's all right. Nobody's perfect. I'm Polish and Irish. I am mostly Polish.
Okay.
And then the next greatest the next greatest portion would be Irish. So this is a huge time of the year for our family, especially as musicians.
Oh yeah.
Playing Irish music and then switching to Polish music and polkas. My parents, my dad, and my sister, and my brother-in-law, because my sister and brother-in-law, we play in the Irish band together. My dad plays in his Irish band. They're all in Ireland right now.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? We're in South Carolina. They're in Ireland. They have amazing views and history. I've got better weather. But point is, we're very Polish. So Dingus Day is huge in our family. And Dingus Day being April 10th, that's Monday, I might end up out at one of these. Do you have a plan?
I'm thinking of going to the Buffalo Brewing event at the Schreiber building.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that's going to be the case. We'll see.
Yeah, we were in talks about me playing there this year, but it's not going to work out.
Ah.
But I will.
Okay.
Just not on Dingus Day. They have gravy, by the way.
Oh, I saw that.
I don't know
Gravy.
if that's in here.
Chris, are a good friend of ours.
Yeah. Chris,
Love those guys.
Yep, former head brewer at Pearl Street in Lafayette and Riverside, on saxophone playing jazz covers of pop music.
Yes.
If you've never seen Gravy,
if you've never seen them,
it's phenomenal. Gravy covers everything. So One-Eyed Cat has a free event featuring a Krupnik tasting, live music, and Redlinski's Polish sausage and Simply Pierogi. Oh, and the release of Squirt Gun, Grodziski, and Polkageist. I am excited to see more than one Grodziski this year.
Me too.
Or Gratzer, it's a smoked wheat beer. For people paying attention, you can go back and listen to multiple WNY Brews episodes about Grodziski.
I almost opened a Buffalo Brewing Grodziski tonight, but I thought against it.
So One-Eyed Cat will have one, as well as Buffalo Brewing. Buffalo Brewing has had theirs for years.
Yeah, Buffalo Brewing is available right now.
Yep. And that will be, their event will be at the former Schreiber Brewing Company. You can listen to our podcast episode a couple of months back from there. In their parking lot at noon in a heated tent. Tickets include admission in a souvenir plastic mug. And then Flying Bison has one too for Dingus Day. Pills, pierogi, and polka. Tickets are $20 and include your first beer. I think Buffalo has been the largest Dingus Day celebration in the country. I think they still hold that. I mean, people who are listening to this, they've been out for Dingus Day before, right? Wouldn't you think so? Do you think there's anybody listening to this who has never gone out to Dingus Day?
I mean, it's kind of, if you're a drinker or a partier in this area, it's kind of a rite of passage, isn't it? It's kind of like,
yeah,
you go to the St. Patrick's Day parade and you go out for Dingus Day. Those are two things you kind of have to check off the list.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You go out for Dingus Day if you live in Buffalo. It's right here. The Buffalo Dingus celebration started in the 1960s.
Oh, wow.
Buffalo. I like calling people a dingus. It makes me happy. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about being the largest, but we're first in the Wikipedia page. How's that? That's good.
I like that.
We are first, and then it goes Cleveland, and then Macedon, New York, and South Bend, Indiana, Pasadena, California. I know a little old lady from there. Pine Creek, Wisconsin. So yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Come out and be Polish with us.
It's something you have to do if you haven't done it before.
I will be home for Dingus Day, so I'll probably end up out somewhere.
Yeah, I'm hoping to make it to Flying Bison, or not Flying Bison, excuse me, Buffalo Brewing on Monday, I hope.
Yeah, out to Schreiber, see the work that's been done so far. It's probably not too much, right? Probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because he said it starts, it's going to be a year, and it'll get finished.
Yeah, it'll be a year from when he starts. That's what he told us.
Yep. All right. This, before we go, this Saturday, April 8th, is when Big Ditch is judging the hay burners. Saturday, April 8th.
Do you have an idea when will they announce? Do you know?
No idea.
Okay.
Nope. But I do want to, maybe I'll just text you on the 8th on Saturday. Like, hey, do you want to open this up and just jump on for 5 minutes?
Okay.
Because I want to see what the carbonation is on the 8th. I want to.
Oh, right. Yeah, we talked about doing that. You doing that. Yeah.
Yep. Because I brought it with me. I brought my one bottle of hay burner that I made that I have left. It's in the fridge here.
That's awesome.
Driving here, the kids, we keep the cooler of snacks in between them. My son's like, why is there a beer in here? Like, don't touch that. That's my hay burner. Not that he would do anything with it, but
be very gentle with that bottle.
That's right. It's the only one. in existence, except for the 2 that are on my porch.
Which I'll be picking those up tomorrow.
All right. So if you happen to know where I live, don't go. Ryan's getting them.
Or if you do know where Scott lives and you go drink those beers, let us know how they are.
Yeah. You can do that by rating and reviewing the podcast on your favorite podcast app. So yeah, anything else to add?
Just real quick, and I'm surprised you haven't mentioned it yet. Thank you. We were voted the best local podcast. Yes. We ended up winning best local podcast at the All WNY Awards. So if you happen to have voted for us, thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It really, really means a lot to us. It means a lot to me personally. It hasn't been that long since I've hopped on with Scott, the Buffalo Beer League, not just me personally, but the Buffalo Beer League hopping on with Scott to do this, to keep this WNY Brews thing going. And the fact that somebody would sit here and listen to me talk to my friends about local craft beer and then vote for us, and then we would win an award for it. It's something I would never have imagined. I mean, I'm a writer, I never consider myself a podcaster, but it really means a lot to me. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone who voted. And, congrats to everybody who won. My sister did win instrumental other. So thank you for people who voted.
When you texted me on Saturday when they announced the awards, this was last weekend on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
When I woke my wife up, because when you texted me and I told her, and she thought I was playing an April Fool's joke on her, and I'm like, no, this is real. And then the first thing she asked me is, when was the award ceremony? And I'm like, I don't think there's. I'm like, I wish, but I don't think there's an actual award ceremony.
Go up there and hold a trophy.
I think that would be great. We could print out the award that they sent us and then frame it.
Yeah. Just put on a t-shirt that I wear myself. Just around like, hey, look at that guy.
Yeah, we would only print 2 of them, and only you and I would have them.
Yep. All right. So hey, have a good week.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And I wanted to thank you for taking the time. I know taking time away from your family vacation to hop on here, talk local beer with me. I really appreciate it.
Everyone's asleep. It's nice. Right? And yeah. Go have a beer on the balcony.
That makes me very jealous. Because like I said off air, it's wonderful here all day. It's warm-ish, but it's raining its ass off outside. So I'm very jealous of you right now.
Yeah, I'll rub it in. And then I'll get back, and then you got to pay for the way you play.
That's it.
This is where we have the papers to shuffle. All right, have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you for listening. Cheers.